Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Late night, Collins Scragger Studios. Big Rich, what is going on, man? Got some new gear at the table. Houston Clinic, thanks to Glenn Smith, thanks to Kinetic, thanks to Coke. How are you, Rambler?
Oh, my goodness. Thrift, I'm doing great. What a great Wednesday night, late night edition. The Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show back once again. A lot to talk about when it comes to high school basketball, as Tuesday nights, it seems to be the showcase night for high school basketball, just about every team that we cover in the Chattahoochee Valley.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we got some big-time news that we're going to be talking about on tonight's show, as always. And let's first start updating basketball, what's happened around the area. We'll go girls game, one of the games of the year we were able to do last night. Carver takes down Hardaway at home. Big win for the Carver Tigers. As now it is a three-way tie between them, Sumter County and Hardaway.
Well, Sumter County's still undefeated.
Sumter County's still undefeated, so it's just actually Hardaway's in third place. Carver wins a tie for second place over them. So big win for them. That went back and forth. Hardaway led by 11 at the half. There were some questionable calls throughout that game, but Carver was able to upend, and we get to see those two teams face off again later on College Drive, so can't wait for that.
Yeah, I want to say something about Carver. They have just a trio of players who are just incredible players. You talk about Armani West, Janila Russ, and Cam Bass. Cam Bass is really known for her defense. She had 13 steals. It was incredible. Janila Russ was just, driving into the paint, going on that baseline. Armani West knocking down big shots. And Coach Anson Hunley's team was able to get that comeback. And this is a huge win for the Carver Tigers, which they'll probably face Hardaway in the region championship. I think that these two teams are not done playing. Yeah, they're going to play up at College Drive, but I think these two teams could end up facing each other at least 3 more times. This was just an incredible game. It was just an electric atmosphere. And it was just a showcase feature of just some talented basketball teams.
Unbelievable, man. And we had a lot of fun seeing those teams battle around. Calvary, Brookstone played. Brookstone girls were able to win. Glenwood girls were able to take down Beulah. How about Columbus? Shaw girls able to take down Columbus girls. Richard Spencer girls take down Kendrick.
Yeah.
That was a big win that we saw from around the area. Smith Station girls lost to Auburn, so we saw that. Now on the boys' side, Pacelli, and then Westville girls beat Pacelli girls. Now that was an upset.
Shocking.
And now that looks like
upset.
Westfield in that region is going to be region champs, and that will be the first time Pacelli's not won a region since 2023.
Yeah.
And guess who the team was that they lost to? Westville.
That'd be Westville.
So they'll be battling it out again at Westville this time. All right, Richard, let's talk about the boys' side.
We have one more team that actually did win.
Yes.
That was Harris County. They beat Central Carrollton.
Okay, and Harris County, I think right now, number 1 team in the region.
They are 3-1. They are actually in second place behind
Stars Mill, their only loss. All right, now let's talk about some of the boys' side. First off, Carver took down, obliterated Hardaway. Was no surprise there. Calvary goes on the road and wins at Brookstone by 20 points. How about Coach Jonathan Gordon's team, ranked top 5 in the GIAA? Glenwood avenges that last week's loss to Beulah on the road that wins by 24.
Yes.
Braylon Alexander was just on a roll in Glenwood. Remember, 2 of the 3 teams between Beulah, them, and Lee Scott are going to make the playoffs. Glenwood, that was a must-win, and they got it. And I still think they have some big ones on the horizon, including this Friday at Lee Scott. Glenwood Gators. Smith Station battled back and forth, close game, but Auburn ended up taking down the Panthers in that one, Richard. Pacelli boys dominated Westfield.
Yeah.
No shock with that one.
Some of the other scores, we had Kendrick getting a big win over Spencer. And we also had the Shaw boys. They ended up getting a win over Columbus. How about Chaco? 14-1 as they took down the 6th-ranked Taylor County Vikings in Casita. Now, here's a score that, even though the team lost, they only lost by 6. Northside lost to Stars Mill on the road by 6. That's a win in my book. A team that's rebuilding, a team that's trying to just get that confidence. I mean, they're 1-14, but able to get a close loss against Stars Mill. And then how about the Russell County Warriors? They keep winning. They get a win over Pike Road on the road. Congratulations to Coach Ronnie Battle's team. They're now 15-4 as they get ready to take on Park Crossing tomorrow.
So those are the basketball games that we have done. Coming up tomorrow, we got Park Crossing, Russell County, as you may mention. We also got on Friday, Glenwood, Lee Scott. We got Hardaway, Sumter County girls. That's going to be a lot of fun, right?
No, actually,
no, I don't think Hardaway plays Sumter County.
Hardaway does play Sumter County,
yes.
But I think
we're not broadcasting
that
game. No.
Game.
These are just games that are happening around the area. Glenwood,
right.
Lee Scott. We're going to be doing Central, Smith Station. And then on Saturday, we got a couple of games, Richard, if I am not mistaken, that we are going to be doing.
Troup County, LaGrange.
Yep, and then the other one is
Rehoboth and Russell County.
Yes, so we'll have those on Georgia Alabama Sports.
And by the way, as we get ready for this 4-day weekend, it's going to be MLK Day on Monday. I do want to make mention about the showcase at Pacelli, as we're going to be calling that. There's a lot of teams that are going to be in MLK Showcase Classics, like Hardaway Girls taking on Holy Innocents Episcopal. And then we got some other teams from around the area. They're going to be in showcases as well.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we got some other news and notes, including the renovations that are happening at Memorial Stadium. What are our thoughts on that? A new opening is now closed as a job has now been found for Cody Flournoy, as he'll be taking over Central. We'll talk about all that and more coming up next on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Chevy Traverse with 3-row seating up to $7,250 off. The impressive Chevy Equinox up to $5,500 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
When you have everything you need to start strong, you can give everything you've got.
Killing it.
Get stronger with best-in-class equipment at Planet Fitness. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal extended to Friday, January 16th.
You got this.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And welcome back to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. It's Thrift and Rich. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday night, late night edition? And Thrift, I know you're excited because I was waiting. Last time.
Rich, it took you about 30 shows.
Look, man, this is you
had
are
a tough
the
time
host.
at it.
You are the host. I'm not trying to step on any toes here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, but I think I had an opportunity and I took it. And you gave me that opportunity because there were several times where you allowed me to have that opportunity and I didn't take it because I didn't want to step on any toes. But, you know, the timing was just right. So thank you for that opportunity. And now complete silence once again by Thrift Behringer. Why are we not surprised at this point, folks? This is what he does. Thrift doing thrift things.
Hey.
You know I was going to come up with a top 10 thriftisms.
And I got one for Richardisms.
That made the list.
I got one for Richardisms. It's What do you got? What
What do you got? I got nothing, man.
Rich, what are you seeing so far?
Man, I'm seeing a lot.
Rich, when I asked him the other day on a broadcast, what is he seeing? And he said, I saw the ball go in the basket. I was like, that's great analysis from Richard
I don't know if I
Aldridge.
said that. That was a little vague.
And that's
Booger McFarland doing commentating.
well, Rich. Hey, the shoe fits. All right.
boy.
All right, let's move on. So there is a article going around, Rich, about renovations happening within Memorial Stadium. And it's over $100 million. And apparently the city council has rejected this. Now, people have also come out and talked about some other people have said, and again, there's a lot of sources in this, so we're just going off of some of the things we've read. I'm not saying I have all the knowledge. I'm going, again, from a 10,000-foot view perspective.
Right.
But then they're saying that they were planning on budgeting about $3 to $5 million in short repairs and little repairs around the stadium to tidy it up that are necessary for the stadium to continue to function. I will tell you this. I see significant value in upgrading this stadium into a massive place where events can be held, concerts can be held,
Yes.
big-time college football games can be held. I think there is big-time high school games, state championship games.
State championship games.
I mean, there's a lot that can happen from this. It can bring revenue-generating events to this area, to this community. I was really kind of shocked, and I do hear the uproar about the money that was spent to turn Synovus Park into what it is today, Golden Park into the Synovus Park. Why not do something similar from Memorial Stadium? Again, this is an historic place that had Auburn and Georgia's played in it.
Yeah.
It's at the granddaddy of them all, the Classics and the Tuskegee Morehouse. This is so much history at Memorial Stadium. I don't see why there wouldn't be value, and it then would entice other people that would want to come up and maybe host a game, host an event, bring a bowl game, whatever it may be, to our fair city. So I was a little bit disappointed. I love to see the press box, one of the main things, to be renovated.
Mm-hmm.
The entire press box needs to be elevated. I think that there need to be more media rooms. There needs to be more media availability, making it easier to broadcast, easier to stream, more accessible for the media to get into and from, and more room, to be honest with you. Because when you're hosting at that stadium, usually those are big events like a Carver Spencer game that's going to have a lot of people in there. There needs to be a place for the dignitaries and the people that want to come to enjoy the game as they're just coming to have fun, and those that are working the game, whether they're in media, broadcasting it, covering it, I don't care. So those are some of the things I'd like to see. And the field play being better. I know Columbus United was wanting this because that's where they play their home games, Richard. So I hate that we're not going to be able to see that, and hopefully this won't be the final solution and conclusion to revamping Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not either. I was disappointed with the city council's decision. I'm hoping that they're able to table this and have another proposal. It needs it. A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium, with all the renovations that it needs, not just for Columbus United, but for, we have high school football games. It's our third stadium. We have Kinnett Stadium and Otis Spencer Stadium for high school football, but also it's in prime location. It's right there at Synovus Park, the Civic Center, South Common Softball Complex. So why wouldn't you want to have a venue where you can possibly have some college football games, big time college football games, maybe even a bowl game in the future? Have something that like that's known about the Aflac Bowl or something. Have some college football, some bowl games in Columbus. I think that revenue generated, it would pay off if they get the renovations done. You're going to see a lot more fans, a lot more revenue generated. But I can understand why there's not really a full-time college football team that plays at A.J. McClung. I mean, that could maybe if they get the renovations, this could spearhead CSU possibly getting a football team in the near future. I mean, there's a lot that can happen. I'm just disappointed with their decision.
Yeah, me too. And it's okay to say that and have a cordial conversation about
we should have a
necessary
conversation.
solutions to enhance living experiences and just overall entertainment, whatever it may be, in our fair city, in our great city.
Yes.
And we love what Columbus represents, what the Tri-City represents, and I'm hoping something will change there. We're not getting into politics. We're talking about from a perspective of a fan and in the sports business. I think having a stadium of the caliber that was presented to the city council will bring economic value, and it gives another place for these teams to be able to play games. I don't see why this would not be something that the city councilors would want. Now, I know there's money involved in that. I don't want to claim to know any of that aspect, just giving you my 2 cents on what we would like to see.
Yeah.
New coach, Cody Flournoy, 2-time state champion, taking over for Patrick Nix of the Central Red Devils, the guy that coached there for 3 years under Jamie DeBose, who went on and coached at Jackson, won a state championship there, Richard.
Dude.
And now he's coming back home, knows this community. When talking with Chris Lindsay this morning on the Sports Vision Morning Show, he may mention criteria. He needed to have state championship pedigree. He needed to have played for and won a state championship. Cody has that under his belt. You need to understand the community. You got to ingratiate yourself within that tight-knit group and tight-knit community, Phoenix City. And then, obviously, this is not one of those, we're going to take a step back. This is keep the train rolling type situations with where the talent that is coming back, all but one starter on offense. You got to think this Central team is still going to be one of the top teams in 7A next year. So I expect big things from Cody Flournoy. And then on the flip side, Rich, I know everyone came out about this Jamie DeBose. Richard, I think you got caught up in it too.
I got caught up in it. I thought that Jamie DeBose.
Hey, listen, it wraps its nasty web around you, and there's nothing you can do. It's the wildness of high school sports. It's happened to everyone. It's hard to speculate. You can actually hear from reasonable sources, reputable, someone close to the situation, and it actually be true what they said, but things change within 30 minutes to an hour to the next day. And even though what they said was true, it may have been happening, because it changed, you look like you lied. And you look like you didn't know what you were talking about. There may have been some truth about Jamie DeBose wanting to go to Central. But in the grand scheme of things, saying that he already accepted the job, now you really got to have some sources there.
Yeah,
you don't want to be reckless. And listen, in social media, I don't blame anyone that shared that, especially when it comes from a social media site that does very similar to what we do. But that's why we don't get in that business of trying to break news, because it is hard, especially in high school sports, to differentiate between what is real and what is not. And that happened this past weekend. I don't blame anyone that got caught up with the Jamie DeBose is going to Central. It happens. Once it does happen, you got to learn from it. And this is why, again, it's not about first in breaking news, I think, with high school sports. I just don't think being the Adrian Rosanowski of high school sports is ever going to work, because you're never going to have sources, or it just things change so quickly. It really does. So there's my thoughts on the matter. I think it's a good hire. Expecting big things still from Central as always, but everybody gets caught up. And Mark Clark put that rumor to bed, obviously. And then last night when they had the announcement, it was all but like, hey, Jamie DeBose is not coming to Central.
I really like the hire of Cody Flournoy, who won 2 state championships at Jackson, which is a 4A school. I know there's some Central fans who be like, well, can he win at 7A? Well, he knows the area. I think he's been a region coach of the year at Beulah. He was an assistant under Coach DeBose at Central. He's been at Smith Station. We know what the expectations are at Central. That is to either win a state championship or be in the state championship, more than likely facing Thompson. But if I can recall, Patrick Nix's first year, we'll take
They
it
have
back
a great
to
record, Rich.
8-5, 2020. There were some Central fans, because remember, Central fans are passionate. This feels like a college town. Phoenix City, Central Red Devils fans are passionate, and they will speak their mind about like if they don't like where the direction of the football program is going. But this has been a premier, top-tier job. This has been a top-tier football program, especially in the state of Alabama. They have sent multiple players to the next level, to the NFL. I mean, players like J.D. McKissick, Justin Ross, Tristan Lyles is going to be going to the NFL. Tamarian Parker is going to be a first-round draft pick. Cam Coleman is one of the top wide receivers in college football. They just got player after player. This is just one of the top programs, and not just in our area, but in the country. And so I think that Coach Flournoy is going to do a great job. I know that it's a coveted job, and I'm glad that he's able to come home, and he definitely deserves it because he has championship pedigree, and that's very important. That was a criteria when it comes to hiring the next Central head football coach.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we heard about that on the morning show, which you can check our 1-year anniversary show tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Sports Visions 92.1 FM. We'll take a break. When we come back from break, we'll wrap up the show. Quick one tonight. Got to bring it in, and we'll talk about some of the things going on around the area coming up on Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Richard Holdridge, Thrift Behringer, has made mention we got several basketball games coming up, including being at the MLK Showcase on Monday. So looking forward to being there. We got Queen of the County Wrestling, MLK Showcase. That's East Coweta and Central. Richard, you'll be on the call for that one. Then we got Harris County taking on Calvary. Richard, you'll be there for that one. I'll be doing Harris County and Pacelli, and then we'll be there together, Richard. Pacelli and Carver. Muskogee, MLK Showcase. You were there last year, Rich. You had fun. Remember that game, Calvary, Ware County? Yeah, had some fun. We'll be back there again this week.
All right.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
I will definitely be there in spirit. You don't have to get
Well,
me,
Rich, that's Monday. You'll be back on Monday
via
so.
satellite somewhere.
Well,
driving
on Monday you'll be back because those games are in the afternoons. Can't wait to do them on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Me, Rich, and the gang. As always, Chris will join us later on, and it's gonna be a fun day. MLK Showcase at Pacelli, the land, and as I may mention, Richard, I know you're looking forward to East Coweta. Great
I tell
team.
you, nobody drops
Central.
Nobody drops the Georgia Alabama Sports Live schedule like Thrift Barringer. He will break the story, and it will become a big shocker to the person that's actually right in front of him. That wow, he does that a lot.
Well, if you don't hear him on the call, something happened. Big Rich, me, looking forward to it. That is on Monday at the Land, Pacelli, and it is going to be a lot of fun. The MLK Showcase. All right. Before we get out of here, I do want to run something real quick. It's the Hula Hands highlight of the week. What do we got?
Spencer and the Tigers. Oh, and a cross. Loses it. Tolbert comes up with it. Here comes Truesdale. Truesdale up to the bias for the jam. And he lets out a roar. Timeout, Spencer and the Tigers. Oh, and a cross.
Wow, what a dunk there. And nice job by Guido Truesdale on the alley-oop to Tobias Tolbert. Back-to-back weeks, Tobias on winning the Hula Hands highlight of the week, Richard. By the way,
oh, man.
Also congratulations to, sorry about that, everyone, to a couple of Student Athlete of the Weeks, Planet Fitness Student Athlete of the Weeks. We want to thank Skyland Holstick of 4.3 GPA and Kamani Herring Proctor with a 3.8 GPA. Both these athletes have done an amazing job, not only on the field and on the court, but in the classroom as well. So congratulations to both of those Russell County Warriors on winning the Planet Fitness Student Athlete of the Week last week. Rich?
Yeah. It's always great when we can honor those student athletes that excel outside of the basketball court, the football field, the baseball diamond. And they are excelling and doing great things in the classroom. I mean, a 4.3 GPA. When I was in high school, I didn't even think they went past 4.0. That is amazing. Just congratulations. So how does that work out? You go to a different school, and
each and every week we'll have a different one, and we got this one. We got a different one this week.
Okay,
and we'll be dropping that on Friday. So look forward to being there and dropping another Planet Fitness Student Athlete of the Week. And listen, I'm excited. We got Park Crossing, Russell County. That's defending state champion Park Crossing taking on a one-loss Russell County. Hardaway is going to is taking on Sumter County. They're trying to avenge beating Carver. They're going to try to give Sumter County their first loss of the season in region play at Hardaway, by the way.
College Drive.
Carver will be taking on Jordan. So we expect some blowouts for sure. The Bloodbath McGrath in basketball edition.
I tell you what, we had our first Bloodbath McGrath last night. I mean, so the score was 90-15.
Yeah, that was Carver Hardaway.
Carver Hardaway.
But I tell you, I can't wait for Hardaway to get back. Girls, Rihanna Boynton, seeing them at full strength. It's going to be a different team. And they're thinking maybe, hopefully, before the last couple of games of the season, they can get her back full strength. And this team can start rolling heading into the playoffs. But that was one thing I kind of took away from last night is the depth of Carver kind of wore down on Hardaway, even though they had a lead. But at full strength, you're adding someone that can put up about close to 20 a game in Rihanna Boynton.
Absolutely.
That's a game changer, Richard. And I know she's coming back from injury. But I can't wait. Central Smith Station is going to be a lot of fun, boys. I think that game could be coming out of the wire. It's going to be packed. Glenwood Lee Scott could be for a region championship for the boys. Pacelli Brookzone's always fun, girls and boys. So I can't wait to see all those games around the area the next couple of days.
Yeah, we'll get 3 games on Friday on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Great players that we're going to be able to showcase. And I look at the schedule. I'm really looking forward to that LaGrange Troup County game on Saturday. I know that we're branching out and we're periodically covering like a Chaco, LaGrange, a Troup County. We're hoping to get Lynette in the future, and some other schools from just the outside of our area. And then can't wait to do it all over again next week.
No doubt about it. Well, we've had a lot of fun here. Late night edition. We're going to go to bed because we got to get up bright and early tomorrow for our 1-year anniversary show of the Sports Vision Morning Show. Sports Vision 92.1 FM, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.